Well, family, we are 24 days away from the NFL draft, and it's time to hone in on who the Chargers' best fits are for the upcoming draft. There are certain players that, based upon round, that I feel like if the Chargers pick them, it's a near can't miss scenario. So all week we will be breaking down positions of need, and there are one or two prospects of each position that I feel like are a great fit for the Bolts. Thursday, and we're talking edge rushers and linebackers. Now, I got two guys on my list today that I want to talk about that are freakish athletes and very highly intelligent prospects that are not getting enough love, from my opinion. And I think that these guys are picked up in the later rounds, 5th, 6th, 7th round, that they will be value picks for the Chargers day one. Starting with the edge, I want to talk about Fidel Diggs, a 261-pound freakish athlete who's a pass rush specialist that uses the least speed off the edge and passes down to wreak havoc on offensive tackles in college. It's just insane about the speed in which he operates. Now, honestly and truly, he does need some strength training and edge development to be a well-rounded, every down edge rusher. However, he does have the tools and that freakish athleticism to be coached. I would argue that he would be a late round pick, 6th, 7th round. But if the Chargers need that speed to combat the glaring problem that they've had in 2024 by stopping mobile quarterbacks, Fidel is your guy on third down. He will run down quarterbacks with no problem, in my opinion. Now, again, he's probably be a project to be an every down guy, but you can bring him along slow with the guys you have in your room, especially in his first year. Next up, from a linebacker perspective, I want to talk about Cody Simon. Now, I've been talking about this guy a little bit before in my shorts, but this guy, again, is not getting enough love from me. I don't understand why people aren't speaking volumes about him being a high round pick. But hey, listen, if the Chargers get him in the later rounds and you bring him in, I will be happy as ever. This man's meteoric rise to fame at OSU has not been talked about enough for me. From a fringe special teams player to a starter to a signal caller, and a former safety converted to linebacker to the 3-down linebacker that he is today will make waves in the NFL for me. I don't think he gets enough praise. He's being slotted as a day 3 guy, and if the Chargers stack him on day 3 and add to that linebacker room, again, the GM should sleep very well. It'll give you depth and leadership from the get-go at positions of need that will go along with Deion Jr. and Cody to round out that room. I think it's an easy pick for me. I understand why Cody's not getting enough love because of his skill set. Again, I understand people might have thought he was a little bit undersized because he went from a safety to a linebacker, but he has added weight. I think he's up to 230 pounds now. And he runs like lightning. So I think that from a coverage perspective, from a 3-down perspective, you have to take a gamble on this guy to find out whether or not he has the goods, but I do believe he does. So I'm drafting Fidel Diggs is late, and I'm drafting Cody Simon late if they're there to round out those rooms and get me much needed depth at those positions to help me out in 2025. But let me know how you feel about these guys. And as always, subscribe to never miss an upload.